but I'm not arguing for modalism, am I? Because
I'm not saying you're arguing for modalism, but you're misunderstanding Trinitarian doctrine, and you're assuming that.
No, I'm not.
Modalism. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not, because you could use many different verses in the entire Bible, which I've stated, which would indicate, for example, Jehovah, when he said, I am Jehovah, your God. There is no other, none beside me. That is one person, I, that is your God, Jehovah, and there is none other, no one beside me. Now, if there was a three-person, one being God, it would should read, we, Jehovah, are your God. There is no other, none beside us. But it doesn't. So that indicates that Jehovah is one person who by himself is God, and there is none other beside him, which indicates, like more people, only him.
See, the problem I have here with your whole argumentation, Taylor, is you assume that God has no prerogatives that are purely his own.
What do you mean?
Well, for instance, you have to agree that Jesus has the exact same prerogatives as God. So whatever God can do, right? Mm-hmm. Jesus does too.
Yeah. Because
so your argument is that God the Father has no prerogatives for himself. There are certain things that God has by nature that no creation could have. Wouldn't you agree?
Like what?
Being eternal.
So God can't give eternal life to anyone?
No. Being eternal means never created and never destroyed. Not eternal from this on. I mean eternal forever. Beginning and end.
Jesus isn't, so...
Sure he is.
No, he's not. Give me one verse where it says Jesus was
John
eternal.
Chapter 1 verse 3.
That's not Jesus. That's
Can you read it for me, please?
Yeah, I can. Just let me put this up. John, what? 1 verse 3. I'll bring up 1 verse 1 to 3 just so I can get the context. And I'll pull this up.
Yeah, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Yeah, so where does it say Jesus, yeah?
So you don't believe that when it speaks of the Word that it is not Jesus then? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not. No.
That's what you're saying, right?
Not here. It's not talking about Jesus, no. It's Jesus in Revelation was given
who
the name.
Who is the Word being spoke of then?
It's not a who. It's a what. It's God's speech, utterance, divine expression. I can give you verses that prove it. Let's look at
so when the Word becomes flesh, God's speech becomes flesh then?
Yes, God creates by his word going out forth from his mouth, such as here, my word, it will accomplish what my word that goes out from my mouth, it, not a he, will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve for the purpose which I sent it. And in Genesis 1:3, which you obviously know.
No. Before you move to another verse, explain what that verse means. Don't just quote it. I want you to explain what that verse means.
God is speaking, and his word goes out. When he creates, it accomplishes.
What do you mean it goes out?
It goes out from him.
What do you mean?
His thought, well, that's what I'm trying to explain. It's in him. His word is within him. It's his information, his knowledge, his wisdom, his thought. And then when he wants it to go out from himself, like my speech comes out of me because I'm in the image of
God talks.
God. Yeah.
So that's how it comes out of him. He talks.
So
okay, keep going.
God not speak?
Keep going.
Okay, but answer my question. Does your God not speak?
Of course.
Okay, so you've got no problem with that. Okay, so are you wanting me to go on more with this?
Continue with this verse, yes. Okay. So when God speaks, his voice comes out. Excellent. Yeah. Keep going.
So everything that God says will come into being.
Right. Can you exegete this verse for me, please?
I just did. It talks about his word. When it leaves him, it will accomplish.
What is it going to accomplish?
Anything that he says for it to be coming into existence. When he speaks something, it will happen.
So what you're saying is when he speaks, it then took the form of a man.
Yes. And I can prove that with
That's
Genesis
got to be the
1:3.
stupidest argument I've ever heard in my life, Taylor.
Okay, so
I don't even think David and your friends in the chat would even agree with that.
I don't care
That
if
his
they did
actual
or didn't.
speech became flesh, and that's what you're trying to interpret
all of his
from
speech.
John
The
1
word
to
that he
John
spoke.
14. That's
Not
completely
all.
ignorant, Taylor.
No, it's not. And
Can you give me one? Can you give me one credible scholar? Can you give me one credible scholar that says God's speech in John 1:1 is not Jesus?
I don't care what anyone else
Just
says.
one credible scholar.
I don't look into different scholars, what they think. I go by what the Bible
So you're just making up stuff on your own then?
No, because I
Excellent.
haven't finished it.
I don't really feel that this is very fruitful because
it makes sense.
you're making stuff up, Taylor.
Are you
Have a
one
good
of
day.
them?